Agor. I'm the CEO of Spritzr. Let me ask you all a question. What do you think is the most important decision you have to make in your life? Your choice of partner, right? Deciding who that is. It can affect health, wealth, and happiness. It could also make you completely miserable. I see a lot of shaking heads around it. So this is the way that the West, much of the world actually now resorts to finding a partner. This is it. It's become a game of mindless swiping. And there's few relationships that are created because of it. The stats back this up. Less than, come to some place where everybody can see, less than 1 in 4 online daters actually find a relationship. And, what's worse, 7 times more time is spent online than actually going on dates. If any other product had these kind of success metrics, you'd throw it away. But because this is such an important asset of life, people go back over and over again. There's no other alternative. So what's the problem? Well, first of all, there's very little intelligent filtering. So unsuitable matches are shown, so you're wasting time. Then on top of that, the atmosphere doesn't lead to trust. So users are effectively anonymous and they can say whatever they want. And then finally, once a match is made, there's very little value in it. On Tinder, guys, they swipe right all the time. It takes 200 swipe rights before they get 1 match. So it doesn't make sense for them to swipe left. And for girls, they get a lot of matches, but it's hard for them to know who are the ones that they should consider and who they shouldn't. So for both parties, it's a terrible experience. So a time-trusted way to meet matches, quality matches, that you don't spend a huge amount of time considering, is through a matchmaker. It's done in much of the world still. It's done here as well. You get matches through friends or through professional matchmakers. It leads to a reduction in time. You get a select group of curated matches, and it creates a route towards a connection. Right? But when you're using a matchmaker, a friend matchmaker, it can be awkward. And for a professional matchmaker, it's very costly. You're spending thousands of dollars every year. So we posited the question, what if technology could remove the cost and the awkwardness of matchmaking? Well, then you could have a dating solution that provides you quality dates quickly and without the headaches. That's what everybody wants. So this is Spritzr. We're a social network for matchmaking. It's structured as a fun but meaningful game. Matches can come from friends, they can come from the Spritzr community in a kind of crowdsourced way, or they can come from professionals. But the difference here is that it's a human being that's suggesting someone to you. It's not just a computer algorithm. And humans, they've got an intuitive sense of what couples could work, even if they don't know you, even if they're not a friend. A friend match is even better still, but you could also have a crowdsourced method here. So here, for example, we have a list of all of your friends. You scroll through them, pick one, and then, since Sarah's your friend, underneath you have friends, and friends of friends, and others in the community that could be a good match. You just drag and drop, you just swipe up, a match is made, and the two of them will then see each other, just like here, with a little bit of information about why you think they're a good match and who's suggested. And they swipe right if they like that person, left if they don't. So in a sense, we're removing the awkwardness from matchmaking, because all you're doing as a matchmaker, you're throwing 2 people in front of each other for them to decide independently whether they like each other or not. And only if they both like each other are notifications sent out. So there isn't that feeling of rejection if one doesn't like the other one. But the other aspect to this is that it's rewarding, it's a game. Everybody plays matchmaker, so singles, who come in to be daters, or married people who come in as matchmakers. Everybody can play matchmaker. The more matches you successfully create as a single, the more matches you get from the community. So it's this, like a pay-it-forward system. But it also, on top of that, you also get points. You get karma points. So every time there's a successful match where they both swipe right, you get 3 extra karma points. So there's a leaderboard, and you've got a running track of all the couples you help create. So it engages married people, and a third of our users are married, playing matchmaking. So what's the business model? We get over the high cost and the high churn of traditional online dating. Because, so with cost of customer acquisition, because this is a social network, users are inviting their friends. So you lower that cost of customer acquisition, which previously was very high with online dating companies, because it was a solo pursuit. It was you and the phone, or you and the computer. But now users are inviting their friends in. So you lower the cost considerably. Secondly, once you've found someone on these traditional dating companies, you then leave. So you've lost a customer. Here, we don't lose customers. They simply change their profile from being a dater to being a matchmaker. And they continue to add value to the system. Finally, it's a freemium revenue model. So we put a wall up, and we think it's about 5 matches per week. After that, if you want to see the next 5, say that have been lined up for you, then you have to pay $7 a month. So where are we? So we launched about 6 months ago. We've got nearly, actually, it's outdated now, we've got 4,000 users. We're growing at about 12 to 15% per week. We've got a 50-50 male-female ratio, which is unheard of in the industry. It normally skews way male, 60 to 70% male. 26% of our users are married. We have 12% of matches leading to a mutual like, where both swipe right. That compares to Tinder, which has a 0.5%. So it's more than an order of magnitude higher than the industry average. And 22% of our users, nearly a quarter of our users, are inviting their friends. We think that's and that's trending upwards. There's a huge opportunity here. This is a recession-proof industry. Everybody wants to find a partner, and online dating is not working. Tinder skews younger, early 20s. Match.com and the other websites skew older. There's this huge gap, 24 to 40, where people are not finding relationships through online dating. It's a $5 billion global market, 60 million people in the US alone, but we actually think Asia is a huge opportunity for us. Japan, Korea, China, and India. We've also created channels to help grow our user base rapidly. Next week in San Francisco, there's a big race happening called the Beta Breakers, which is bigger than Halloween here. We're the official dating app of the Beta Breakers race. We've also created a partnership with Bottle Rock Music Festival, 120,000 people in Napa Valley, going on Memorial Day weekend in a few weeks' time. We're matchmaking people at these events. So you go to the event and you can potentially meet someone who's also at the event. So we found that a very good channel to be able to get traction. We've also been chosen by Google as one of a handful of startups that they choose every quarter to work with to help grow through their platforms. It's a 90-day program. Ours has just started. We've got a very experienced team on board. I myself have had a decade of leadership roles in startups. John Strout was the head of UX for StockTwits, which was it's like a crowdsourced stock advice platform through Twitter. It grew to about 250,000 users. Alan Wright was the head iOS guy at Machine Zone for Game of War, which is a major game. And in terms of next steps, we've actually today, the new Android app launched. Prior to that, we were just iPhone. So we've just launched the Android app. We're looking to get 50,000 users by the end of June, closing seed round thereafter. That's Spritzr. Thank you very much.